One ought, every day at least, to hear a little song, read a good poem, see a fine picture, and if it were possible, to speak a few reasonable words. We are so absorbed in the problems and difficulties of life that we forget to bring a smile on our face. Life becomes chaotic and boring if you don't have art in it. Everyone perceives life in a different way, and some think art and poetry as an ornamental factor. An artist appreciates and admires beauty for the sake of beauty, while an ordinary person thinks beauty a supplementary factor. We must embrace beauty and poetry to forget miseries and problems of life. If you treat an individual as he is, he will remain how he is. But if you treat him as if he were what he ought to be and could be, he will become what he ought to be and could be. Kindness and gentleness can change attitude and behavior of persons. We must develop a habit to treat others with compassion and love instead of misbehaving with others. When the person has a bad reputation, we must ignore such deficiencies and treat all equally and with love. Sometimes, what we need is just the support and help of others to accomplish what we dream of. We ought to treat others in a gentle way instead of getting influenced by the status and ranks. Daring ideas are like chessmen moved forward. They may be beaten, but they may start a winning game. Nobody has the courage to set his eyes on the daring challenges. It takes a lot of courage and determination to envisage big ambitions and objectives. On way, you may encounter some failures and setbacks, but your victory is inevitable once you come out of your comfort zone. Success is just like a chess game. When we move forward, we may be checkmated, but once we cross the hurdles, we get the victory podium. Thus, obstacles and hurdles should be tackled in an apt manner and move step by step to reach your destiny. We do not have to visit a madhouse to find disordered minds. Our planet is the mental institution of the universe. Usually it is thought those with mental disorders and disruptions are kept in the mental asylums. This connotation is not true every time. This planet Earth as a whole is mental institution for the lost souls. There are people who have gone crazy due to excessive wealth and worldly possession. Such people focus only on the aggrandizement of the assets and damage their soul by greed and lust. Their thirst for worldly gains can never be satisfied, and they have to suffer for the rest of their lives. We need to encourage and empower such folks to bring harmony and satisfaction as their lives. You can easily judge the character of a man by how he treats those who can do nothing for him. Humans are bound by needs and relations. We treat others based on their credentials. This is a sheer hypocrisy. You treat good with those whom you know and lash cruelty whom you don't. This is the measurement from which we can quantify the character and integrity of any person. The best course is to treat all with gentleness and equality regardless of any biases. All humans are equal in their natural talents, and any disparity should not be created on the bases of color, caste, and creed. All of us deserves good treatment, care, and affection to make our lives more pleasant and comfortable. The human race is a monotonous affair. Most people spend the greatest part of their time working in order to live. And what little freedom remains so fills them with fear that they seek out any and every means to be rid of it. All humans are destined to be mortals, and one day we have to leave this world. Time and again we see one of our dear ones leaving this world and boarding the train for heavenly journeys. Much of our lives are wasted in achieving our goals and objectives. We work day and night to get a purpose or cause. After achieving what we wish, we are embedded with fears and ambiguities. We never get content with what we have achieved and always focus on enlarging our assets and properties. Our hunger keeps on increasing, and there comes a time we become so disturbed and distorted that we just want to get rid of this whole life thing. Thus, to prevent yourself from reaching that miserable stage, you must be grateful for the things you have and appreciate your accomplishments. None are more hopelessly enslaved than those who falsely believe they are free. Freedom has no price, and it's such a virtue which makes us really free in every sense. Not only those who are chained or put in cell are slaves. There is an above category that's mental slavery, which is more hazardous and dangerous than physical one. People are fooled by the state and societies in leading their lives. Such lot become easily vulnerable to the false consciousness. We are misled and misguided, and we can't question the orthodox mentality of the state. That's the slavery which we need to rid of. We must break the shackles of slavery and stand up for our rights. Freedom is the will and choice to do anything at any time without any external factor or pressure. I have so much in me, and the feeling for her absorbs it all. I have so much, and without her it all comes to nothing. Human mind is capable of doing wonders if tamed and cared well. Sometimes we have got huge potential and capabilities, but there is certain hindrances in the form of any person or emotions. Sometimes our feelings and emotions overcome rest of the factors and minimizes your input. We are let down by others in our struggle to success, as attachments lead to disappointments and hampers our growth. Thus, we must put ourselves first before anything else, and life will be more pleasant and interesting.